What are we even doing here? Tin fish, huh? Yeah, there's so many out there. I can see how you get some analysis paralysis choosing just a few of these cans to take home. So we're gonna cut the field down to 5 very popular categories, really species of fish or mollusk, just to make it easier on your brain. And great news, if you're watching this, you probably already know about one of these types of fish, and maybe it's the pilchard. Yeah, pilchards, or as we tend to call them, sardines. Sardina pilchardis is the sardine. These are beautiful fish. They're almost always packed in olive oil. The best ones that I always come back to are from France, Portugal, and Spain. Pilchards are meaty. If we're talking about mature ones, there's only 3 or 4 in a tin, and they have a big end that is full of fat and meat. The bones just kind of go away as you eat the fish. They can't get caught in your throat. Anyway, the canned pilchard is the easiest way to get that great, I just ate a dang fish feeling. Try some Nuri brand sardines and they will bring you up to speed on the whole pilchard thing. A subcategory to pilchards are Sardinillas, or baby sardines, or small sardines. They are pilchards, they're just whittle. Yeah, look at them, they're like a fresh pack of crayons. They're the best party sardine. There's plenty in a can, so all your friends can get one. They're so small that the scales and bones are not an issue for the uninitiated. They're so beautiful. I go into like, I don't know, a trance when I'm eating them. They're not quite as fatty as their big brothers and sisters, but whose fault is that, huh? Bring out a can of Ramon Peña small sardines or any fine small sardines in a nice round tin, and everyone's gonna line up for one, I'm serious. Herring. It's Clupea harengus. Maybe you've heard of kipper snacks before. That is a very common preparation. These are a North Atlantic delight. They're often butterflied and smoked. Herring are almost like real, regular old sized fish that you eat with a fork. They're kind of oily. There's nothing in there but the meat, and if you're lucky, some skin, no bones or anything. They're usually in brine or a very neutral oil. Olive oil isn't quite right for these, though you do find some in olive oil. They're so good on some real basic crackers, or a lot of times I just drain the can and slap the whole thing into a sandwich. And as good as it is, herring's objective strength is that it's cheap. There's not a lot of attractive marketing or peculiar packaging design. It's a humble staple, and maybe it'll stay that way. Mackerel. I'm talking about Atlantic mackerel. To me, mackerel is the real chicken of the sea. It's a little oily, it's got a very satisfying chew, and smoked mackerels play to this strength very well. The fat is consolidated on the fish. What that means is you get a wide variety of textures. To me, very often, the whole experience of a can comes down to 1 or 2 very fatty bites. Ocean's brand sweet smoked mackerel is brilliant. Patagonia has a line of non-smoked mackerel that's pretty representative of a common preparation that can live in a lot of contexts. And King Oscar has one that's pretty easy to find, and hey, did they get rid of the old foil lids? Anyway, it's a little bit different now. It's a little firmer. It's still pretty good. Mussels. We have to include a bivalve, and mussels are an easy choice. They're delicious, they're easy to eat, their texture survives canning very well, their aquaculture is low impact and incentivizes keeping the surrounding nature unpolluted. They have this beautiful orange color, they really look great on the table, they fit perfectly in the human mouth. They're plump, tender, a mussel's taste really rises into your nose, and during that brief hang time, you know what it really feels like to be a mussel. It's like a mind meld with the sea. Once again, it seems like Spain really freaking does it right with these. We're looking at some Ria de Arosis here in a round can, which I think is aesthetically the best because they bounce around there real nice. Spanish mussels in a round can, can't beat it, just trust me. I just want to take this opportunity to thank the current Deans listeners that have been with me since the beginning of my Patreon program. These people are real Fish Files believers, and you should thank them too. Deanie Dean Deans, Ethan Scyther, Hisham Solomon, Jay Karina, SF Yo-Yos, Tom Alexi, and Ronnie Suburban. You guys kick ass. Thank you so much. Back to the show.
Corporate Championship number 6.
Finally, if you've been in the game for any amount of time, you knew it was inevitable. Sprats. Yeah, Spratus spratus, the European sprat, aka the bristling sardine. A quick sidebar, at some point it became customary to market other small fish species like sprats or herring as sardines. But those fish have their own names, so I think we should just use their specific names even if big companies don't. Anyway, they're delicious. They're about the same size as the small pilchards, but they are more delicate, packed in this beautiful braid pattern. The Western world is very familiar with King Oscar brand with its Norwegian heritage, which are lightly smoked and mostly in olive oil. Further east on the Baltic, Latvia famously produces more noticeably smoked sprats, commonly in rapeseed oil. Latvian sprats are stiffer, they work great on bread, and to me kind of represent the Eastern Bloc in this pantheon of canned fish. Yeah, these 5 categories are really worth exploring. I've tried so many of them, they beg to be compared and contrasted. I've done over 100 fish review videos, and I never thought that I would get so deep into it or that my curiosity would keep me coming back for more, but here we are. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.